Hey, welcome, Bob here. So you guys are all gung-ho. You went out, you bought some parts. Perhaps you're going to put a new faucet in. Perhaps you're going to repair your toilet. You have the tools. You went to the home center. You got everything. You're all gung-ho, ready to go. You get down, you shut the water off. You turn those emergency water shutoff valves off, and guess what? They don't hold. Now what do? What you're going to have to do is shut the main water supply coming into the building. You'll have to drain down the entire building. At that point, I would suggest you replace those faulty emergency water shutoff valves. But what I'm going to do in this next segment is show you how I do it here in the New York area. In New York, most of the water mains come in down the basement at the front-facing portion of the building. Now, this may or may not be the case where you're located, but the procedure for shutting down the water and draining down the system is the same. So stay tuned, follow me to this next segment, and I'll show you how to get it done. All right, here we are in my facility in the building that I actually occupy. And what I'm showing you here is actually a spot on the front wall where the water main actually comes in from the street. You can see that pipe actually coming in through the wall. And generally, I'm in the New York area, you know, they have basements. And generally, as a rule of thumb, you'll find the water service coming in at the front facing part of the building down the basement somewhere. And that'll come in, and right after they come in with the service, they'll put a valve, and that is your service valve. And then generally after the service valve, what you're going to have is a water meter, as you're going to see here. Let me step back so I can give you a shot of the water meter. Okay, and there's the water meter. And from the water meter, on the outlet side of the water meter, you're going to see a pipe that goes up here, and that pipe goes up and distributes throughout the building. So that's the water coming into your building. Now sometimes you'll see a valve on the outlet side, as you see right there. You see a little red valve. That's not uncommon. But generally what I will do to shut the water down, now you can shut either valve off, the inlet or the outlet, but I generally will go to the inlet valve, which is this one here. This is the one immediately after the water service comes into the building. And you'll see the big handle here, and you'll turn this clockwise. You'll turn it clockwise all the way until it actually stops, and there's no need to whack it down. All you have to do is turn it until it stops. And then what you need to do, simply what you need to do, is open up a faucet on the lowest floor of the building. So if you have a basement with a sink, that's great. And then what I would do is go up to the highest fixture, second floor, third floor, however many stories you need to go, and open up a faucet to let the air in. What that's going to do is that's going to allow the water in the plumbing system to drain down. And once that happens and it completely drains down, you're free to go ahead and work on your fixture, your appliance, your toilet, whatever. While you have the water down, it's going to be a great idea to replace the valves, the emergency shutoff valves, right underneath your appliance, so you don't have to do this again. Again, after you've finished your repairs and replacing or installing new valves, what you would do is go to the upper floor, shut the faucet off that you previously opened to let the air in, come down to the service valve, and just go and counterclockwise. Now we're going to go in the opposite position, and we're going to turn that on very, very slowly. You want to do it very slowly, and until everything fills up. I mean, generally what I like to do is tell people to leave a faucet upstairs open, because as you turn the water on, you're going to get a lot of air rushing into the plumbing system. So if you leave the faucet open on the highest level, you'll get all that air out of the system, which is a great idea. You don't want that air in there, because that's just a nuisance. So that's it, folks. Again, as always, questions, concerns, email me. I'll walk you through the procedure. I'll email you directly, but that's just about the best way you can shut the water off if the valves underneath your appliances don't work. Email me anytime, info@bobsplumbingvideos.com, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.